Your heart hammers against your ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the silent room. 1,000 voices scream inside your skull, each one a different strategy, a different fear, a different regret. Your vision narrows. The world becomes a tunnel, and at the end of it is the threat, the deadline, the opponent. Your breath is a ragged thief in your own lungs. Your muscles are coiled springs, filled with a useless, buzzing energy. You are flooded with information, yet you know nothing. You are poised to act, yet you are paralyzed. This is the prison of your own mind. In the moments that matter most, it is not the external challenge that defeats you. It is the internal noise, the desperate scramble for control, the frantic review of every technique you have ever learned, the crushing weight of a future that has not yet happened. You believe the answer is to think faster, to plan more, to prepare for every eventuality. You are wrong. Your effort is your enemy. Your planning is your cage. In the critical moment, your mind, the very tool you rely on, becomes a traitor. It serves you a banquet of distractions, when all that is required is a single, perfect action. There was a man who understood this, a man who faced death over 60 times and never once tasted defeat. A swordsman, an artist, a philosopher. His name was Miyamoto Musashi. He did not win his duels by being faster or stronger, or even by possessing a superior technique. He won because he entered the fight with a mind that was already victorious, a mind that was empty. He called this state cool, the void. Do not mistake this for a state of vacancy or ignorance. The void is not nothingness. It is the state of pure potential. It is a mind stripped bare of judgment, fear, and ego. A mind that does not think, but perceives. A mind that does not plan, but reflects. Imagine a still, dark lake at midnight. It does not try to capture the moon. It simply reflects it perfectly. When a stone is thrown into it, it does not analyze the stone. It responds with perfect concentric rings, then returns to stillness. This is the mind of the void. It is a weapon of impossible grace and lethality. When the mind is empty, the body is free. Free to move with an instinct that is faster than thought. Free to see the opponent's intention not in his posture or his eyes, but in his spirit. Musashi wrote, "When you have attained the way of strategy, you will be able to understand all things." He was not speaking of swordplay. He was speaking of a state of being from which all correct action flows, whether in combat, in business, or in art. This is the ultimate state, the state that wins before the fight has even begun. So who is your true opponent? It is not the man across from you. It is not the challenge before you. Your true opponents are a trinity of traitors that live within your own skull. The first is ego, the voice that whispers, "I must win," the voice that is attached to a certain outcome, that feels shame in defeat and pride in victory. Ego clouds your perception. It makes you predictable. You telegraph your intentions because you are desperate to prove a point. You hold on to a failing strategy because you cannot admit you were wrong. To defeat your opponent, you must first kill the part of you that cares about the outcome. The second is fear, the endless parade of what-ifs. What if I fail? What if I get hurt? What if they are better than me? Fear is a liar. It projects a future that does not exist and forces you to react to a phantom. It tightens your muscles, shallows your breath, and steals the focus needed for the present moment. Fear is a chain you forge yourself, link by agonizing link. The third and most subtle is overthinking, the paralysis of analysis. You weigh every option, consider every angle, and in doing so, the moment to act passes you by. You become a spectator to your own life. You think that more information will lead to a better decision, but you are simply drowning in data. The perfect action is simple, direct, and instantaneous. It does not have time for a committee meeting in your head. These three opponents create the mental noise that ensures your defeat. To enter the void, you must silence them, not by fighting them, but by letting them go. This is how you begin. The first practice is what some call the observing mind. It is an act of radical detachment. Right now, as you listen, a thought will arise, perhaps about your day, perhaps about these words. Do not grab it. Do not wrestle with it. Do not even judge it. Simply notice it. See it as a cloud passing in the vast sky of your awareness. This is the key. You are not the cloud. You are the sky. In a moment of pressure, the voice of fear will scream. The voice of ego will demand, do not answer. Step back mentally and observe. Ah, you will say to yourself with no emotion, there is fear. You will watch it as you would watch a stray dog cross the street. You do not become the dog. You do not run with it. You simply observe its passing. By creating this space, by refusing to identify with the thought, you rob it of its power. It can scream all it wants, but you are no longer listening. You are observing. And from this place of detached observation, you can see the reality of the situation, not the fiction your mind is creating. Practice this now. Practice this always. Become the silent witness to the chaos in your own head. The second practice is holding a taut string. This is the essence of Musashi's posture, both mental and physical. Imagine you are holding a delicate string between your two hands. If you pull it too tight with too much tension and anxiety, the string will snap. You will be rigid, brittle, and slow to adapt. Your energy will be spent on maintaining tension, not on effective action. Now imagine the string is held too loosely. It sags. There is no connection, no readiness. You are sloppy, unfocused, and vulnerable. You are asleep. The correct state is to hold the string perfectly taut. There is no slack, but there is no strain. It is a state of profound relaxation and absolute readiness. Your mind is calm but alert. Your body is loose but poised. From this state, you can react with the explosive speed of a striking snake, or with the gentle yielding of a willow branch in the wind. You are balanced on the knife's edge between doing and being. Find this feeling in your body, in your posture as you sit, in your breath, a deep, calm rhythm, a body free of tension, a mind that is taut, ready, and silent. This balance is the physical manifestation of the void. You have been taught your entire life that mastery is a process of addition, more knowledge, more skills. more techniques. This is a lie. True mastery is a process of subtraction. It is about taking away. You take away the ego that craves victory. You take away the fear that imagines defeat. You take away the frantic thoughts that cloud your judgment. You strip yourself down, layer by layer, until all that is left is not a void of emptiness, but a void of pure potential. You do not need to add a new technique. You need to remove the hesitation that blocks the one you already know. You do not need to learn a new strategy. You need to unlearn the habits that make you predictable. You chisel away at the marble of your consciousness, removing everything that is not essential until the perfect form is revealed. In the end, what remains is silence, a deep, profound, and lethal calm. From this silence, the right action emerges on its own. It is not chosen. It is not decided. It simply is perfect, instinctual, inevitable. In nothingness, you will find everything you need to win.